It's Friday night. I already did an 8-hour stream today, but I figured I would pop on and do some more. We're gonna do some base building this evening, I think. I don't think we're gonna do any exploration tonight. We might do some exploration, but mostly I want to do some. Why are my boots so damaged? Oh, because those aren't my boots. Hang on. Those are somebody else's boots. I see. Anyway, we're gonna do some. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one, Hexcellence. I don't really. I think I saw some stuff for it and just didn't look like my style of game. I'll be playing Death Stranding 2 on Tuesday. Had to put the Altars playthrough on pause, which I just did the video on that earlier this afternoon. We're gonna be doing Dune Wake in the next few days, and then we'll get to Death Stranding on Tuesday. All right, let's sort out. How do you do that with the? Aha, that's how you do it. Okay. Oh, it put all the lube in here. I'm gonna have to sort that out here shortly. Oh no. Okay, hang on. I forgot because of my circuits. That's fun. We need that, 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 and that. Hang on, I gotta get my still suit on, and then we're gonna get to base building. Now, where did it stick all the lube? I'm wondering. Some of those chests. Nothing in there. Aha. Okay. Well, there is an easy solution to this. Time to load up. Okay, storage. Let's just put, for now, we're gonna put 100 in each. We're gonna get them going. Now 100 is what? Yeah, it's 4 days. Okay, we're good. So now, however, I should be able to go downstairs and take down all of these generators. Do I feel more refreshed? I took a little bit of a break, had a shower. I didn't really take a nap. I tried to take a nap, but I think I only slept like 30, 45 minutes and then woke up for stuff. Um, it's all good. All right. Oh, let's stash my coin before I forget because that's my taxes. Don't need to be accidentally losing that. All right, I should be able to break down every single one of these. If I did my math right. We are 100% on wind now, everybody. 100% on wind. Oh, and of course my backpack's full. I gotta sort this shit out. Now I should be able to do everything straight through the subfief again, now that we're all running on the exact same power styles. Yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect. We got 2 weeks worth of lube in the wind generators now. Now let's get all these stashed. It's gonna take a minute because it's all on the floor. But I have a whole boatload of fuel cells that I'm gonna be able to stash. Then we can use this to make more lube. This is the little micromanagement shit that you have to do. But it's all good. Now that we're out past those fuel generators, everything should be smoother from here on out because I just know that if I want to build any more machines, I'm going to have to build more wind turrets, which are a little more involved to build, but long term, that'll get me going to the next tier. Okay. All right. We're set there. We can stack that. Well, this was part of the passive water stuff, was getting all this set up. So this morning was literally me getting two additional what are these things called again? Wind traps. Two additional wind traps built, and then switching completely over to wind. That was just part of this morning's setup, and I built another cistern. Now, these, I don't know how much I used because I went and took a nap. Yeah, these are full. So that was great. I have two full cisterns. So what I could do now is go downstairs and get something producing to drain that, and then I can make some filters really quick to stick back up in there. Because I'd like to get another 8 hours. Dun, 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 dun. We're gonna ban our first person of the day. We don't do real news or politics on our stream, so start fresh. You have been banned from Twitch, and bye-bye. Yeah, no politics, real-time news, anything like that. We are not a news outlet. We are not a political channel. We are a gaming channel. Thank you very much. What's up, Barbarossa? What's up, Yoran? All right. However, I need something to make standard. I need 4 standard filters, so I need 16 silicone blocks right now. We're about to drain all that water that we just made, but I'm gonna get some filters going for overnight. 16, I think is what I said I needed. Well, there's also the next tier of the wind bases as well, Blackthorn. The next tier of the wind turbine thingies, because there's some really big ones that are the next tier, which I can't even make. Okay, what was it? Silicone blocks. 10, 16 silicone blocks. So let's do that first. And I'm about to go spend all the water that I've got stored up while we go build the base. So this is a combination of base building and let's go ahead and make all the aluminium that we have right now. Yeah, I've got 6 of those, and I don't need any more at the moment, but as I get into more production, like if I build any more cisterns, I'll probably need to build another one. But I hope that I'm okay for now for what I need to do for tier 5 stuff, but I'm not rushing, so it's like I'm okay with logging on and only doing a little bit by at a time. All right, I need to make 4 standard filters, which I can do right now. I need some more plant fiber, it looks like. I'm going to have to go keep an eye out for that while we're going. And out of sheer curiosity, we can see how much did I just drained from the cisterns. Yeah, we drained about half producing that aluminium from that one, but this one's still full. So I should be good now with 2 cisterns, but I am going to drain it again here in a second because I'm about to tell it to make all the cobalt paste, and it's all the cobalt paste and all the silicone, and it's going to be like, so let's do that. Cobalt paste, I could make a lot. That's 500. Let's make all of our flour sand for. Oh, you know what though? I wonder if I have enough storage for all this. That'll be the next fun thing because it's going to want to stick it. How do I do this? I still have not watched anything about. I really don't care where it sticks it, to be honest with you. But I should eventually. I'm going to have to go watch that. This is probably the time where I have to go watch that movie, that video that Barbarossa put in chat to understand how this works because I'm going to eventually want to get this to where I start routing all of my stuff into these big storage chests. It's all good. All right, let's tell this bad boy to make. Honestly, let me think about this for a second before we get building. I know that I'm going to need more of these more than anything else. That's cobalt paste. And this right here is cobalt paste. So cobalt paste is the priority here. So let's do the cobalt paste. And that drained 100% of my water. So let's get the filters up in the... And I should be able to log in tomorrow morning and have a couple of full cisterns. So this is where we're going to say use storage. Oh, I forgot to grab it out of the thingy. Hang on. I got to go back down and do this. Otherwise, it's going to want to stick them all in one. Do 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 do. And then we're going to go into my inventory and we're going to say split. There we go. Get on up. Do, 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 do. 1. 1. 1. And 1. And that gives me 8 hours of water production, which will continue to produce while I sleep tonight. Blackthorn says, I have some prime real estate for steel, cobalt, and aluminum. Nice. Luca Brasi says, I start every day with 980,000 water and just spend half it on ingots. Yeah, stuff gets really expensive now. For sure. Barbarossa says, finally finished all the quests that I had in the iron area, moving into aluminium now. Sweet! Okay, this should be good. That will produce... I mean, I've still got more I can produce, but I need to let it do what it's going to do. And then I should have enough cobalt paste for a long while. Okay, I think it's time for me to... How much... I need to see how much plastone I have, because I may need to go do a quick harvesting run of basalt. I have 310. Yeah, let's do a quick mining run. Um, well, let's just see what I can do first. Because this is where I don't know exactly what I'm doing. Because I know I want to put that gate right here somewhere, but I got to figure out how I'm going to do this first. Because I don't know if I want to connect to this building and just build out. That's probably the smart thing to do. So let me see what this looks like if we do this. No, it's gonna, because my land claim isn't exactly, yeah, it's not gonna work. Because here's what we know we need. I know I need this massive big ass gate facing that way. And I want it to be right there, catty corner to everything. But I gotta figure out how to make this work first. It might not work the way I want. Gotta figure this out. So let me try just connecting out from here really quick. Figure out what I can do here. If I connect to the existing structure. I can also build all the way over here. Come on now. Insufficient stability, my ass. Come on now. It's being cranky about wanting to let me put a piece right there. We'll sort that out in a minute. So I can come all the way out to the edge right there. If I want to do it this way. Right now we're just playing around with blueprints to see. For some odd reason, this is not... Oh, 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 oh. There we go. Okay. Let's see here. How do I make this work? It wants to push it this way. I wonder why. Oh, there we go. Now, I can't see. I think if I want to do this catty corner, I'm going to have to like separate these out from the main base and build them. I'm going to have to build this whole thing catty corner to the garage back there, which is something that's going to be kind of funky and hard to do. So let's just figure this out. I don't know, Justin, to be honest with you. The server information is, I shared it out like on launch day, but I honestly don't know what server I'm on. Because I play in streaming mode, so it hides it even from me. I don't ever see it. I don't remember. Somewhere in the Discord, I think it's linked. All right. Structural. I think I gotta build this caddy corner. The question is, I wish there was snapping here, because this is gonna be really hard to figure out exactly what's caddy corner. I think I need to come over here and sort of try to find the corner and do this manually. Eyeball it. That is not exactly what I'm looking for. It's not going to be exact because all right, I can kind of see the line, sort of, if you guys can see that line. There's a line running down the center that I can kind of see. The problem is getting this to align with that line is going to be the hard part. Let's try this and see what happens. That might work. Let's but I might have to bring it down. Insufficient stability. Boo. Man, that kind of looks like it's... I'm just going to have to flesh these out because it's being really wonky with me about letting me place things unless I actually physically build these. And if I had to guess, I'm going to have to build stairs up to this big-ass door. And it takes up 2 squares, so I can't center it. So I'm not going to be able to... The way I'm going to have to do this is... I'm going to have to line up the edges of that with that line, because otherwise it's not going to straddle the corner of that land claim. Okay. Well, I'm learning how to make this work. Cool thing is we could see that line comes straight through here. That's a good thing. So all I got to do is keep my... What do you mean, Sherrard? A follower mode? What's a follower mode? Oh, I left one down in there, didn't I? Okay. Somehow I gotta line this up. Oh, see, that line is moving with me, though. Oh, that's frustrating. Never mind. It's not gonna do what I wanted it to do. Oh, no, I always use follower mode. It's been on forever. No, I've had that. That's default, so I don't get hit with spam. Because I get way too many assholes who want to drop their links in chat and be like, hey, I want to sell you my services. I'm going to have to just eyeball this. This is really frustrating. Funcom, you need to give me. You need to give me a alignment mode, please. don't think that did what I wanted to, damn it. I'm an idiot. I must need more coffee. Anyway, it's a 10-minute follow mode on YouTube and Twitch to cut down on spam, because otherwise everybody and their brothers jumps on and says, "Just here's my link, buy my services." I also don't permit links for that reason as well. This is gonna drive me nuts. Oh, and I hate how it defaults back whenever you back it away. Alright, let's try this. Because it has to straddle it. So if I do it like this, that's sort of where I want it. Now, why is it not letting me put it right there where I want it? It's not letting me put it. I may have to do this from the other side. It's not wanting to let me get it. I want it to straddle that right there, and it's not wanting to do it. It wants to put it on one side or the other, but not in the middle. I don't understand this. Because I can see where it's supposed to line up, but then when I actually go to place it, it doesn't want to do it. So it's literally 1, 2, 3. But if I move it over, it won't move it over just one. See what I mean? It moves it over. I don't understand this. The placement of this thing is gonna drive me fucking batshit crazy. I wonder if I should start with the ramps. Yeah, that might be a better idea to start with the ramps and then try to get those centered. Because this is gonna drive me nuts. Because look, it's 3 wide. It's 3 wide, right? 1, 2, 3. But it refuses to let me place it with this one right here in the middle. I want this block to be the opening, and it will not place there. It's like, no, you must place it to one side or the other, and I don't understand why it wants me to do it that way. So I'm going to try an even placement and see what it says. Now, same thing. See? It's just like it's not letting me do what I want. I think I'm going to try those ramps first, to be honest with you, and see if I can get that to work. But the ramps may want me to have a structure in place as well. We're going to find out. I don't know how all these pieces work yet, so. Yeah, connect to a structure. So that's got to connect to something before I can make that work. Plus side, this allows me to get a little more judgmental about where I place things. So I essentially need a block right here. Let's try this. Oh, further inside land claim. You fucker. Alright, let's move this one. Come on. Pick up buildable. It's not wanting to let me pick it up either, you bastard. Oh, I'm gonna have to go inside. This isn't working the way I want. Ah, there we go. How does that look? Just from a purely, it's not quite centered is the problem. It's not quite the catty corner that I want. Whatever. If I can make this work, I'm gonna not care. Door! Why will you not place where I want you to? Fuck. Let's go inside.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Yeah, something's blocking it. I'm gonna have to figure that out. That's gonna be a lesson in frustration for me because I know what I want, but I gotta figure out how to get that thing to place. We'll let the sandstorm pass. I'm gonna go try it again. Somebody out there who's already built it is like, works so easily, numbnuts. Yeah, because the devs said no. I don't know, Dark Lord. We're gonna go try some more stuff because I want to make it work. And we definitely need the ramp there, but the problem is getting the placement right first. We'll get it figured out. These episodes get clipped out to YouTube, and this is going to be the one where people are like, I'm going to skip this episode because he didn't figure anything out by the end of the 30 minutes. Okay. Okay. If that's the case, do I just shift everything over? This is where I almost want to put a line on the screen and say, if that's the case, I'll try something here. Build. That looked sort of centered. What's up? Okay. Oh, oh, oh. You fucker, you were just there a second ago. No, no. I had you there. There it is, right there. That right there is what I want, but it's not wanting to do it up here. So I wonder if there is a I wonder if there is a placement that's not letting it go so close to the outside edge, but it's just not telling. Because right there, oh, I just had it a sec. Right there, right there. Hang on. That right there is where I want it, but I want it out farther. You understand what I mean? That's what I wanted it to do. Sort of. So I wonder if I need it, I wonder if it just won't place. It still needs to come over one though. You fucker. Yeah, because that's too much. Yeah, that's too much. Also, this thing won't let me move it like the other placeables will. Yeah, I have no idea if walls will help. Um, we could try walls. Knowing that it has to straddle like this. ¿Qué pasa? Ajá. That's tu decisión. I don't have the angle of that right. This is gonna drive me nuts. I wish I could place the ramp without a structural component attached. Alright, I'm gonna live with that. Alright, someone suggested put walls up first. We'll try that here. We're gonna flesh this out. I don't care what wall's there. I just want to see if I can make this work. And then special. No! Even then it won't place it. Why? Why won't it let me do it? I'm ready to say fuck this building piece. That is driving me absolute bonkers. Why it won't fit in that gap, man. It is a 3 wide piece. Why? It's not too high. I've got plenty of space. It just acts like it will not let me center it on this catty corner. No matter how many wide I build it, it will. And I've tried adjusting those blocks in different like layouts to try to shift it to one side or the other. It will not let me line it up with this ramp, if that makes sense. It just won't let me line it up. Delete the middle foundation? No, because that deletes the ramp. But it does let me bury it in the sand a little bit, which could be fun to. Let me just keep playing around with this. Because if it's gonna let me place it like that, like it let me bury the bottom edge of it, must be connected to a structure. Um, I'm not worried about the heat. I've got water right behind me. I'm gonna make this fucker work, man. One way or the other, I'm gonna fucking make it work. Let's build this. Must be connected to a structure. Must be connected to a structure. Oh, I'm gonna make you. We're gonna figure you out. We're gonna figure you out at some point. Oh, 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 oh. It is. There was. It was straddling the block right there. Do you see that? Okay. That's interesting. I've never seen it do that. What does that look like? It's not gonna open because that's like the top part of it that's not meant to. What if I built that too high and then straddled it on top and then deleted everything around it? Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, we tried building walls a few minutes ago. It wasn't working. Come on now. I just think there's something weird going on because I'm trying to build this catty corner. Oh, see, it won't straddle the top one. It'll straddle the socket, the second one though. I'm about to say fuck it and just build it right there. And just not worry about it being perfectly catty corny on my land claim. Honestly, I'm getting sick of dealing with this. Alright. Let's get a better alignment here. Figure this out. Interface, please. Come on now, you were just giving me something funky. Just. Okay. Can I put a ramp here? If I can make everything work here, I'm going to make it work right here. Do not tell me I need to move further inside the land claim. I am in the land claim, you son of a... I don't know what pieces go where here, so... What goes on the side of this? Those? Do those go on the side of that? No. Those aren't what I want. Wedge walls. That's a wide floor triangle. Like, this is something I don't quite understand. I haven't looked at these yet to see how those work. I think those create those wedges we've seen people do, but I haven't messed with those yet. And this is like the wide ramp edge. It says connect to structure, but I see it's pointed up. Why is it pointed up? Doesn't it point down? Huh. Oh, 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 oh. There's one. Okay, so it went on that side like that. So I can't do that over here because I don't have enough space. Oh, I see. But I understand how that works now, because that's the side of it right there. That's what I was trying to get it to do. So I can't, I would have to shift the whole thing over to the left a little bit. Um, You're still not forced to engage in PvP, Shayanescu. So that's the point that a lot of people are failing to grasp. They are looking at it from the wrong perspective. They are considering I'm required to go into the deep desert as being the same as I am forced to do PvP. That is not true. Fundamentally incorrect. You are not forced to engage in PvP if you do not want to. Are you required to go to the deep desert to get T6 materials? Yep. Or you buy them off the broker, but you are never forced to do PvP. You can go in. Somebody put, matter of fact, we're going to pause for a second because this is frustrating the shit out of me. And I want to pause and read somebody's comment. Somebody had a really great comment on my video, and I want to read this because it's extremely relevant to that conversation. And it was a brilliant comment on my thing. Definition Bill says, love the content. Quick question. Can I go to the advanced trainers at any time, or do you need to be a certain level? You do not need to be a certain level, but I think you do have to progress through the first steps to get to the second step. Emo Pyro says, first Desert Zone has T6 mats in Part A, and Part A is PvE, not PvP. Nobody is selling T6 anywhere. That's what I said in that video. People still are. There's no surplus of T6 because we're 2 weeks into the game, and there's not going to be surplus of T6 for a long time. So hang on. There was a beautiful comment that I wanted to read from someone. It was a very long comment, and I gotta find it. Here we go. This guy wrote a great comment. You absolutely can get resources from the deep desert without PvP. First and foremost, you can get T6 maps. Anyway, it's a different kind of game for sure. You have to know how to be canny. You can't just fly in directly from point to point. You have to come at places from the open desert, glide over them at full speed, and scan. Any sign of other players? Keep on gliding. They won't be able to catch you. When you're on the ground, there are no player tags giving your position away, so if you use your wits, you can avoid other players. Keep your shields off. Don't move in the open. Stick to the shadows and under overhangs where you can. Deep desert resources are usually on the tops, but if there's something worth getting, grab it and get out of sight, and always get away fast. Always keep your eyes open. When other players fly over you, remember you're just a dot on a moving landscape to them. Stay still, crouch if you're in the open. Chances are they won't even notice you, and if they do, you have plenty of time to get the hell out before they start turning to rocket you. You've got even more time if they try to land. You have always got the advantage if you keep your wits about you. You might get caught cold occasionally, that's just going to happen. Just like in the PvE zones, there are no guarantees, but that's why you have respawn beacons and boost packs. When you land your ornithopter, put it away immediately, then move away. Find a nook, a good distance away, and hide there for a few minutes to make sure you haven't been spotted. It gives you time to collect yourself, check your map for the resources you scanned, and listen for other players. Whenever you can, move between outcroppings on foot. Pick your moment, and try to time it with the shade if you can. In other words, play like a fucking Fremen. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. It's always worth putting your respawn beacon on one of those smaller outcroppings near the bigger ones. In the end, players are just like NPCs, simply tougher and smarter, but also easier to stealth away from. Turn your voice chat off. Never let them hear you. Never be tempted to engage with them. The deep desert is really, really, really big, and players are spread very, very thinly around it. The only time you're going to be forced to PvP is if you are caught cold, but you can minimize those chances by being canny. And again, sometimes it won't work, but respawning at your safe spot and waiting it out works. And don't take your money with you. All you lose when you die is money, resources, and fuel. Annoying, but it's not the end of the world. And one last thing, you're going to die to the PvE con to the deep desert just a lot more than you are the other players. NPC enemies are out there, and they hit really, really, really hard. I'm currently spending 40% of my time in the deep desert as a solo PvEer. I've never gotten into a fight with another player. It'll happen sooner or later, but I'll just be another death like all the other ones in the Haga Basin. And that right there is the perfect example of why you do not have to PvP if you don't want to. You can always get away. You will rarely be in a situation where you might not be able to get away, but you can die just as easily to NPCs where you can't get away as well. It's up to you to be prepared, but no one is ever forced to engage. It's up to you if you engage. If you play like that player just said, you play smart, and you're just a dot in the landscape that no one sees because you've landed and you've put away your ornithopter, no one can get anything from you. So it's not hard. It's just it's something that many people are uncomfortable with because they've been told their whole lives that PvP is evil and griefers are bad. But the reality is you can avoid the griefers for the most part, and some of it does depend on your servers. Um, this is gonna work, by the way, guys, but I gotta shift everything to the right. But this is gonna work. I just gotta shift everything a little bit. So I'm gonna leave that up as a guide. I just need to shift the whole thing a little bit to the left. So let me. I'm gonna get like. I wish there was alignment tools. I really need to put like some masking tape on my monitor so I could be like, this is exactly where this thing was placed. I just need to shift it a little bit to the left. I wonder if I could individually place a structural piece without it trying to link up. The problem is it's wanting to link up. Okay. Yeah, see what I mean? As soon as I move it over there, it wants to link up. So maybe I do it like this. Get rid of this. Okay, let's see if I can make this work. All right, Mr. Door. God, it totally now it won't even let me place it where I want to place it. It was placing it before, and now it's like, no, I don't want to place. Why do I want to use this stupid door so much? Ah, it was just, just come down. There we go. Ah, come down. Is that sort of, kind of? No, it's not right. It worked earlier, and now I can't get it to place again. Now it just won't place right here. It just will not let me do it. It worked a minute ago, and it was perfectly. And now it's like, no, I'm not going to go back where you placed me a minute ago. Hang on. It just flickered there for a second. Come on. Come on. I think that's up too far, though. Yeah, see, that's like up. And then that's too close to the wall for me to do anything with. And it's also facing the wrong way. This damn thing is wanting me to go build more land claims is what it's going to end up coming down to. I had it. All right, dev team, I'm going to like start to throw a hissy fit. You guys need to fix this shit. Oh, is that something? I don't care. If it's something, it's something. Let's see if I can get this to work. Ramp, left side, to connect to a structure. I think I have to build more of the platforms to make this work because it was working earlier, but I had to get more structures, I think. I pay 28,000 in taxes between two land claims, and I'll probably end up abandoning the one base at some point. Oh, oh, oh. That's gonna work. Okay, now I need to get the other side. Oh, move further. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. I'm right there at the edge, and so now before I couldn't place this one, and now I can't place the other one. I'm fucking done with this door. I'm done with it. Nope. I'm just gonna put this door somewhere else because this is not working the way I want, and I've been here for an hour trying to figure this adult rant. Ah. All right. That's not going to work the way I wanted it to. That's unfortunate. The only thing I could do would be to extend my land claim out, and I don't want to extend my land claim anymore. The only other thing I could do here is I could shift the entire garage back, and I could build on the other side of this, but I wanted the face of that facing Pinnacle Station so that when players come out, they see that big ass Atreides face and go, "Oh, that's really cool. I want to go to that place." But I am not able to get it to work the way I want. I suppose the other thing I could do would be to try to build something just up here and have it be a much higher thing instead of trying to build it out to the edge of the land claim. Okay, let me just approach this from a slightly different perspective. If I come in from here and I'm looking catty corner, I want that to be dead ahead of me. And slightly at an angle to be... Okay, move that up, just like so. Let's just run straight up. And then let's think about putting something. Let's go even a little bit higher. Okay. See, it worked, but it's way too high. See what I mean? But I made it work. So, but I just think I need one more space to make that work. I don't think I'm going to be able to make that work in the way that I want within the space that I have. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it catty corner, but I bet I could do it off of the garage. Yeah, that may be what we need to do. Okay, it may not look as bad as I thought it was going to. Okay. So let's play this off of the garage right now. Problem is I'm not going to bring that all the way back. I'll have to just play with the garage more. What do you mean blocked by another object? There are no other objects here. Huh. It's telling me blocked by another object, but there's nothing here. I feel like my building is a little, my land claim might be a little bugged. Like it's telling me that there's something there that I can't build around. That square right there, it won't let me connect to anything. It says, like I can place this one here, and it will not connect. Placement blocked by another object. There's nothing there though. And that rock might have a collider on it, which it's not supposed to have. Well, what if? I'm still playing around with this just to see if I can make this work in the first place. All right. I'm out of plastone anyway. That's just not true. Insufficient stability. That's not true. Don't give me that crap. I just feel like this particular land claim is being finicky. Come on now. There we go. Now, what if I built that door over here now? I think my land claim edges are messing with this because as I try to get this to place right here, it kept telling me too close to edge of the land claim right there, and it's not. It's a long way from the edge. I need to talk to someone down at the claims office, right? What does that look like if I place it right there? No, see that's that's inside. That's not where I want it. I'm gonna have to build these out physically, and I don't have enough plastone. Let's just build these three pieces really quick just to see if I can make this work. Okay. Okay. There it went. Okay. I know I don't have the bits and pieces. Just relax. Ramp. Okay. Outside ramp. Outside ramp. I'm gonna make this work. I'm gonna make it work. It's gonna connect to the garage somehow. I'm gonna make it work though. It's not gonna be catty corner like I want it, but it's gonna work nevertheless. However, I still have to worry about this little funky section right here that's not wanting to build. Oh, it went now. No, it's this little one right here. It won't build. Insufficient stability. I'm gonna have to figure that out right there. All right, before I do anything though, I do need more plastone, which requires a mining run for more basalt. So Hang on, I do need those. Come here! I don't need fuel cells. I have a ton of those. This is gonna set me down the path of becoming Harkonnen. It's definitely made me grumpy, for sure, because I had an idea for my base and I'm not able to do it because that stupid thing won't do the catty corner thing that I want. And it's like, screw it. I'm not gonna build a catty corner base. And there is a plenty of bushes out this time, which is awesome. I needed those for filters and stuff. Dude, I don't think I've ever seen this much plant fiber in one place before. This is awesome. I'd used up like 400 of them over the last couple of days making like filters and stuff, so that's a nice rotation. Alright. Oh, you can say enemy found all you go. I'm just gonna drive away. Looking for basalt. I really don't need a lot more of aluminium. Here's 3 basalt. I'm gonna grab these and then head back, process those, and keep on building. That those weeds already respawned. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to come out here tomorrow morning and do another run just to grab weeds. Replenish my stockpile. They respawn fast. Good thing I didn't rip the turret off with that. This thing does move pretty quick once you get it going. Alright, ease on in here. Let's go upstairs, drop it all off. Now the question is... Okay. Alright. Basalt, basalt, basalt. I should have plenty of silicone already made. What am I missing? Ah! I thought I made a shitload of silicone block. No, I made cobalt paste. That's what I made. I don't know. Let's just make like 20. Okay. JK says I keep getting the same two bugs. Either my guns just won't fire or they do no damage to enemies. I wonder why that's happening. I only saw that bug during beta, and then it was just a camped character select. Um, I've never and then it would fire again. I haven't seen the no damage to enemies thing before though. No, no, I get it. That's it's frustrating having to go to character select. I know what was plaguing me during beta was connectivity issues was causing the issue with the weapon not firing. It was just disconnecting. It was like I wasn't disconnecting from the server, but it was disconnecting my recognition of firing. It was a weird thing. All right, let's make 12 of those. Yeah, that gives me like plenty of basalt to keep going. All right, before I go any further though, I do need to take a quick bio, and we will be back. All right, let's see
Sector
here.
weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Well, I guess we will wait for the large sandstorm to pass. 2 minutes out. Okay, while we're waiting on the sandstorm, catch up on chat here. Bubblehead asks, "What are you protected from after a spy stream?" Nothing. Oh, very
Sector Red
boring.
Alert.
Yeah,
A large
man. But that sucks,
sandstorm
by
is
the way.
approaching.
But sometimes you can't make things work with building. So yeah, sometimes you got to put a couple of extra hours in, which sucks. But that's what happens when you try to build things in new games sometimes because they haven't worked out all the kinks with the building blocks. Yeah. Is map completion worth it before completing? Okay, I gotta learn how to read. Definition of ill asks, is map completion worth it before moving on to a new area? That's a personal thing. It's a personal thing. All right. Sandstorm's almost here.
Sector Weather Alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
All right, let's try to get this done now. Should have a whole bunch of new building mats. I'm gonna have to figure that out long term. It's not my super priority right now, though. Okay, let's let's flesh this stuff out first. Okay, okay. Oakley dokley. Don't know what's going on here and why that won't build. But I wonder if there is a solution for this. Hold up. I bet I can play. Oh no, it's not even wanting to let me to place a floor or a roof structure here. There is definitely something wonky about that square, because it won't even let me place like a roof or a floor piece either. I'll be damned. Well, we're gonna have to figure what's up with that and find a way to mask that. Or I could just not have that building connect. I don't know yet. Because I still don't know that I like the way this is gonna work. Because I can't come out another land claim. I may decide I don't like any of this shortly. Man, that door is really big. Because in a perfect world, because I don't know that I like the idea of it just sitting there with on one side. I really don't like that. Can I shift it in one? I would love to shift it over one. The moment I take this out, it's going to be like, no! I don't like it right there, though. Damn it. It needs to have, and see, it won't just move it one. It wants to move it three. And this is where I keep having, there we go, there we go, there we go. It moved it one. Interface. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Because I want walls on either side of it. That way it's not just at the edge. Okay. So now I just got to move all this stuff in. Which is probably easier to demolish it. Okay. Except it's going to be funky with that placement. But it can also look kind of built in and lived in. I could live with that. Because the sands have come in and kind of covered it over time. I can make that work. I could totally make that work. Okay, and that allows me to build actual walls, which is what I want. Now the question is, do I want rounded walls or do I want square walls? Oops, that was not what I wanted to put there. Okay, no, that's the wrong. Okay. I think I want to do rounded walls there. goodness, those go up 4. That is truly impressive. I'm gonna have to climb up there, I think. Oh, those go up 5? My goodness. I'm gonna have to get up there. I'm gonna have to climb up to build that. All right. That's weird. So I can place a wall down there. I wonder if I can place a half wall. Hold that thought. Half wall. Dude, I can place a full wall, but not a half wall. How do I... There's gotta be a way I can make that work. Figure that out later. That'll work. Why would I go to the deep desert? I am hundreds of hours away from finishing my objectives. Man, I wish it could come out one more. This is really making me want to build one more land claim. Well, 2 more land claims to come out more. But that's going to raise my taxes by another 8,000. I'm already paying 28,000 a month. Well, 28,000 every 2 weeks. It's going to get ridiculous. I'm still grumpy that I can't get that catty corner, and this is making me not like this because I don't want it to be square like this because it's not going to give me the look that I want. I have something very... I have a look in my mind that I wanted when I did all this whole base structure. I suppose I could probably flip that around. And have it facing this way. Oh, lights are flickering. I may lose power here in a second, guys. I think the storms are finally rolling in. Yeah, it's raining outside. I can hear the wind, too. Alright, if I randomly disappear, guys, that'll be all she wrote tonight. Because I already did an 8-hour stream today. Nope. What's up, buddy? What's up? Hi. What's up? Is it dinner time? It must be dinner time, because I hear Leia just crying outside the door, and I know Chris just went and did something, and I bet she gave cats food. That's why he's waking up. Where did you just go? Alright, hang on, guys. I'll be right back. Yeah, the homestead's in Mexico. I don't like any of this. I'm gonna build all the way at the edge here and try something different. See, I'm getting that weird bug right here. Insufficient stability. And yet, hang on, there we go. Man, I tell you what, I feel like the building placement needs some tweaking because it's being really finicky today about like block placement. Did my power go out? Was there a hiccup in the internet? There may be. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything on Twitch at the moment. I'm checking YouTube. Twitch says I'm still here. Somebody's saying over on YouTube, JK said, guess the power went out. I should still be here. It looks like I'm still here. Yeah, because this will allow me to build all the way back in here. So maybe I play around with the placement on this side. Now I know I can't bring it out all that distance because of the ramps aren't going to work. No, the way this piece like freaks out when you try to move it around is really funny to me. Okay. Let's see if I can make this into something. Probably not, because I think I'm too close for it to want to let me put the ramp and stuff. Come on now. Further inside land claim. Do I have to use the long ramp? Is there any other way that I could make this cool without needing the long ramp? I know the long ramp is designed for that. But what about just good old-fashioned half stairs or something? Like that could work. And then I could probably bring it out one more. I can make that work. I think. It doesn't have to be the whole ramp thing, even though the ramp thing looks really cool. I think I can only bring it out one, though, because that ramp probably won't let me build. I'm gonna double check. I bet I'm too close to the land claim right here for that ramp to work. Yeah, that's not going to work. Let's see this. That's the normal. What about the half? I bet it's gonna tell me, yep. But what if I put... That could work. Yeah, maybe. 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 Now we're assuming I can get that bitch to move where I want it. It does not want to let me place it. It won't let me center it the way I want it. It's I don't really care. I just need it on that line. I don't care where it's at. I just need it on this line. Come on. Come on. Nope. Get it on that line. Oh, see, it lets me place it all the way down there. Oh, can I make that work? Did that just work? Did I make that work? Can I make that work? It would look a lot cooler at the top of the stairs. However, that leads me to wondering something now. Can I force it to squeeze up in here between these walls? To just make it go at the angle that I want. Because goddamn, this thing is really making me angry. I can't move it either. I wonder if I just need to relog. Because it won't let me move it. I'm supposed to be able to move pieces. And it just won't let me move that. Oh! Just stop being finicky and go where I want you. Oh, 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 it did something there. Oh, oh, oh. Do you see this shit? What if I lead a log and just log and try to camp to character select and bring it back? Oh, you stupid bitch. Oh, 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 it was there. Hang on. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna move over to mouse and keyboard. Oh, 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 oh. I saw it just for a split second. It was right where I wanted it. Oh, now it's not wanting to give it to me. Oh, there it is, right there. There it is. Hang on. Pull it back. Outer face. No, how do I change it? How do I change it? How do I flip it around on the mouse and keyboard? Uh. Oh! I made it! I'm gonna go cry now. Jesus! Oh! I got it. Okay, maybe I can make something out of this. Oh. I do wanna. I got a little weepy-eyed, man. That's ridiculous. Whatever we do, do not destroy the placement of that thing. I do want to do rounded corners here. Oh my god. Anmeister says, just stopping by live to say I'm having fun following the playthrough. Right now watching you farm mats for your second buggy. Oh, nice. You're a few episodes back. Cool. Okay. I actually think I can live with this. I don't know what I'm going to do yet entirely. But this allows me to... Still don't know what to do about that, other than maybe log to character select. Let's do that. Let me log out to character select and see if it fixes that funky issue with whatever is hanging up on the wall there. Yep, that was it. It was bugged. And now it's making me wonder if the fucking placement of this thing not wanting to place catty corner was also bugged. So I'm not going to destroy that, but I am going to tear down some of this really quick so that I can test that theory to see if it was bugged and that's why it wasn't letting me place it catty corner. Because if I could do this catty corner, it would make my life so much happier. Because it was just being frickin' finicky. I'm going to have to destroy all three of these blocks, but I'm okay with that if I can get this to work. Don't know if it will. But just for the sake of argument. I may have to destroy one more. Now I think I'm too far in this direction to have that work. Because I don't think it's gonna let it. But it seemed to be a lot less finicky. Man, I'm wondering if that whole time it was just a bugged because it wouldn't let me place that piece over there, and it wouldn't let me move things either. So It still seems a little funky, but not as funky as before. And now it's letting me place it right on the three pieces, like what I wanted to do. Why was it so weird? Why was it being so weird before? Okay. God damn it. This makes me want to tear down everything that I just did and try to make this work. I'm gonna fucking do it. 2 hours into a stream and I still haven't made this work, which means none of this is gonna be clippable for my building series, but I'm gonna. I feel like everything was just bugged, and now it seems to be working. Or I'm carrying too much. That's fine. Yes, Spellock. The first few rows in the deep desert are indeed. Um, okay. Are indeed PVE. Can I make this work? That says yes. That's gonna be the finicky part that's gonna tell me no, because you're too far inside the land claim. I gotta back it up. Back it up just a little bit. So, okay, back that up just a little bit. We can make this work. Come on now. Okay. Please work. Please work. Please work. Please, 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 please. Please, 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 please. Again, I might have to do the wall placement because it's still being finicky right here. Yeah, connect to a structure. I'm gonna make you work, you stupid bitch. This is like the angles on your when you're trying to repair the bike. And it's like you know you're gonna get it eventually. You just have to jump around on the bike. I just have to get it because it's right there, but I need to get it forward. You know what I mean? Like right there, it's where I want it, but I gotta get it. Oh, 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 oh. I fucking made it, bitches! Oh my god! 2 hours into the stream. Holy fucking shit. Pardon my French. That whole time, it was just bugged. Like, we just had a buggy land claim issue. I fucking got it. Alright, that's what I was looking for from day one. Oh! catty corner to the rock. I got it. Oh, baby. Screw you, bugs. What's that meme? 2 hours later. Ah! It's right on the edge of the land claim, too. Look at that shit. I'm like 6 inches from the land claim on that edge, and about 8 inches here. So I am just about perfectly catty corner. I made it 2 hours later. So as this gets clipped out later on YouTube, I'm not going to show the previous 2 hours of me struggle busting this. Right now we're just going to celebrate the win, and I'm going to flesh this thing out. Oh, oh my God. That was brutal. All right. Let's build this out as far as I can in either direction. Let's try to make it a little. I went 2 that direction. Can I go 2 in this direction? I can. Can I go 3 in this direction? Nope. What about curved? Yep, I could do 2 and a curved. So let's go over here and do 2 and a curved, and then we got symmetry, baby. We got symmetry. Oh, ah, symmetry, baby. Ah. Okay. Okay, that'll work. Those need to be walls. What am I doing? I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. Okay. Oh, however, walls sometimes are a little finicky. So actually, let's triple check this to make sure that we're going to get the corner walls that we want. Haha, see? I'm glad I checked that. Because sometimes the corners are still like, oh, we can't do the thing that you want. Um, what about the other? So even though I could get it here, I may not be able to do it 3 wide. I may only be able to do it 2 wide. Because I can't actually build, because the wall, if that makes sense, um, the wall goes be just, because we're literally on the tippy edge of the land claim there. So we might not be able to do 3 wide. We might only be able to do 2 wide. Or I could do a triangle edge here. Hold up. I don't know what that looks like though with walls. Don't know about triangular. I haven't done triangular walls before. What do you do? Would I have to? I think what I would have to do is wrap it like this and then go square from here and then do another. No, that doesn't make any sense. How would you do walls though? Can you wrap the walls like that? Oh, you totally can. Okay, so that's how I do that. Hold that thought. Okay, so I need to do 2 triangles just like I did over there. So do that, and then that. And then we could just go square in from here, I guess? Or what if we want to go... Oh, I could do all sorts of stuff. Hold on. Filling in the gaps is going to be kind of fun, though. This is going to be very interesting to try to figure out how to make this work. And then I go out again. Because symmetry is the tricky part here. Oh, I don't think I quite did this the same. I would have to get up and look. So I did two triangles, then I did a square, and then I did another triangle, like on the outside. That would be the outside edge, because then I went out again. So it would be like this. Okay. Okay. I think that is symmetrical, sort of. Now the question is, how do I get it? Because what if I wanted to go straight back from there? It's not going to do it the way I want it to. Weren't there, there's some specials in here too I need to look at. These are wide wall triangle, wide floor triangle. But that's flooring, which I don't necessarily want to do. Because this is where I'm going to get into stuff where I'm like, how do I make all this tie back in together the way I want? And this is where, hopefully, long term, they're going to give us a lot more building pieces to play around with. Because I really probably ought to do this. Let me just go over here and figure this out here. Placed by another object. That's just not true. Okay. Okay. So I think what I need to do is just if I could just follow that back somehow. Just like this. Okay, that worked. What's up? All the cats fed? Thank you. Okay, that works. Okay, I figured it out. However, now I gotta figure out how to fill all this stuff in a way that is cohesive and works. Okay. Oops. Inefficiency ability, my ass. You gonna get in there. I'm gonna make you work. Hang on. Something didn't work quite. Well, that didn't work quite the way I needed to. I did something wrong, I think, in here. Let's figure this out. No, that's not it. I got the other one to work. How did I get it to work on the other side? Probably because I was filling it in with weird. I built in with triangles from the edge. Don't know quite how I'm going to fill that one in yet. This is the tricky part because I can't quite figure out how to fill the gaps here. I may have to get creative with floor wedging here. There were some special pieces in here. Yeah, but they're not the flooring. Oh, yeah, they are. I'm just like fiddle farting around now. I'll make this work. Nope. None of that works. I don't know how I finish this off. There's gonna be a way to do this. I'm just gonna figure it out. I don't know what it is yet. I don't know how to fill this right here. Why do I work so perfectly on the other side, but not on this side? I feel like I'm failing at geography. I got the most important thing in place, which was the wall. The flooring might take me a little bit of figuring out to make all this work. I might need to remove these pieces. See, this is where I'm getting into some funkiness because I can't quite figure that gap out. And there are some special flooring pieces here, but they're not quite. Oh, that might work. Now, see, it won't quite let me fill in the gap because then it still leaves me with this sliver that I can't quite fill in right there. And I don't know what to do with that. I could probably cover it with something. But I like the idea of making this work the way I want to. And I totally made it work on the other side. So I feel like I did something wrong here. Let me go up here and look. I feel like maybe something isn't symmetrical like I thought it was. We go out. No, it definitely is the same thing. So I wonder why it didn't work the way I want. So I need to just copy the other side. I wish I could do it from up top here. Demolish. All right, let's demolish this. So I did from the corner, I went in that way straight. That doesn't look right. I don't think it is symmetrical. I think I screwed that up somehow. I went out like that. Then I went out like that. No, that's right. So what I'm looking at is when I went right like that, that needs to be off of that right there. I need to have a piece going in square. So something's messed up right there. I can see where it's messed up. No! I fucking hit the wrong button. No! Jesus. It's late. I've been playing too long. I gotta try to replace this stupid door now. Oh, that's hilarious. I was trying to grab the I was trying to grab God, I wish there was an undo button. I was trying to grab there was some plasteel on top of that. Something is not correct right here. Because if you look at it on the other side, correct, Belloc. I think our server we have a pretty well. I don't know if you're on our server, Belloc, but I know on our server I think we're pretty far out. Okay, so I came out 1 2. I put a triangle, and then I put another triangle. So 1 2, triangle triangle. So let's just copy that. 1 2, triangle triangle. Then I came in and I put a square. Just like this, right? Yes, I put a square going in, and then I did another square going in. And then somehow my triangles all match up on this side, but they don't on the other side. That's just the part that's confusing to me. And then I put another triangle going in. And then this all matched up with triangles. Uh-huh. 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 Okay. That's what it was. Okay. And then this, if I'm not mistaken, God, I then went 1 2 3 off the side of that. So we went 1 2 3, and in this case we're going to keep going because we have a longer gap to fill. Oh, it just did that thing. It just bugged out. Nope, nope, nope. Demolish. Do not fuck with me right now. It's that something is messing this up right here. I may need to put a square right here. And then a triangle. No, it's not going to give me what I want. So it's not wanting to do what I want right here. It's not wanting to keep going, if is what I'm getting at. It might not matter because of that rock. So I'm gonna try something here. If I put a wall here as an example, can I just follow the edge? Yeah, it'll hide over on top of that rock and you'll never know that there's not a floor there because it's going right over the top of that rock. Okay, now theoretically, the square goes into the square hole, kids. This is the part where I'm gonna struggle blessed to get it all right, but we're gonna get it eventually. Come on now. Come on. Finicky bitch, get in there. It does not want to place. No, I don't want to go right there. Okay. Alright, I made it work. Okay, Jesus. Okay, now I can get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay. Interface. Interface. Baby, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They're not my, well, they are my babies. She says my chickens are screaming. It's funny that the little baby cheeps are like, "Daddy, daddy," and I'm like, "I'm streaming." I should probably go out and say hi to them. This is, I've been struggling with this for 2 hours. I'm not willing to let chickens interrupt me right now. Oh, that did not do the proper angle. There we go. Okay. Let's take a look at this from the front. So you're coming in from Pinnacle Station. Yes! It worked! Catty corner to the land claim. Ah! Ah! Success! Oh my god. And now we gotta try to get all this to work the way I want it to. So we should be able to just stack. Oops, that was the wrong way. Interface, interface, Interface. Interface. Blocked by another object. Eh, whatever. Did you put them in their box?
Solo faltan dos, una está afuera y la otra acá. Todavía no.
Más tarde?
Voy a meter la sábana. Un ratito lo meto.
Okay.
Voy a poner el edredón en mi cama para que no vaya a vomitar un gato o algo.
Okay.
Acá. Vale. Además ya no estoy durmiendo en el piso, ya pasó el
Okay.
calor.
All right. Okay. Now let's take a look at this from the front. Oh, you know what we need right here? Uh, structural. What about doors? So that's one of the types of doors we could put on there. And then we can make that a guild door. So then that should close here in a second. Nice and snug. Okay, that is starting to look like something now. Okay, I'm glad I was able to make that work. Because that was really starting to frustrate me with the buggy um, land claim crap. Okay, now the next thing I have to worry about though is how tall, this is the next question I have. Oh, that's beautiful. So that's going to come right up to like the top of this terrace. And then we get to figure out, because we're going to build something from there. So we'll end up having, we'll have multiple floors there. That's like 2 or 3 stories. Okay, and then we'll end up having some stuff coming down from the top here and connecting somehow. I don't know how yet. Let me go check out of sheer curiosity where are we at with our pieces limit. And also top off on water. Okay. Oh yeah, we've only used 775 pieces. We have plenty of space. Perfect. I still have, it's going to be a pain in the butt when I get up there to do the rooftop too, because it's all going to be like, these pieces do not want to fit together, sir. And I'm going to be like, I don't care. Make it work. Oh, I miscalculated the angle on that. You son of a... Yeah. Is that following? I can't tell. There we go. We need more light. Dude, come on! Does that work? That's right, son of a biscuit eater. It's a great phrase. Son of a biscuit eater. I think that's the same angle. I hope it's the same angle. Come on now. Oh, I think we messed that up. I think it needs to... Oh, hello. I think we need to go from the top down because it's not aligned properly. That's like the... There we go. Okay. Okay. All that lined up? That's all lined up. Okay. Now what I would love is for it to turn daytime here pretty soon so we can get a look at what this looks like for Pinnacle Station. Because I'm not going to have floodlights yet. And I don't have anything lit. But we're going to run over to Pinnacle Station here in a minute and just take a look at this place no matter what. Just see what it looks like. Come on now. Does not want to let me place that top piece the way I want. I'm going to have to go up there. Shove it in! Oh, I got a piece that's off. You know what? Let me just go up here. Build it from up here. There we go. That's what she said. That's right. Oh, that worked out perfectly because it comes right up to the top of this. Nice. Get up. There we go. Build that straight across. Right into the wall. And now... Perfect. Ah, it sucks, JP. Get feeling better, man. Not to steal your thunder, but I've also been having a bad leg day the last 3 days. It must just be that time of year. All right, I was able to get that to work, so that's the most important thing. It's starting to come together now because I'll be able to get this all connected at some point. And if we go up, it's a nice symmetrical. Look at that. Nice symmetrical triangular shape. We'll get a roof on that next time. And then we'll be able to continue building and connecting all of the structures from the top to the bottom. We'll have to put some sort of ornamentation stuff out here as well. There's the ramp leading up. I like the colors on all this. This looks nice. Yeah, that came together nicely. So, kind of sucks that it took 2 hours to figure out how to get all that placement to work and get all the bugginess out of that, but long term, it did come together. And it's going to give me exactly what I want in terms of the main structure here. Of course, then what I'll have to do is I'll have to move all of those. I'm going to have to move everything from the garage over and rebuild the garage. But that is a problem for another day because it is not tonight because I already did an 8-hour stream today and this was only supposed to be like an hour and I'm like 2 hours and 40 minutes in. So I have got to wrap it up and go help Chris with the evening chores because it is 7 o'clock at night. See y'all tomorrow morning bright and early. We'll be back with more Dune Awakening and I hope you all have a great evening. JP, get feeling better, man. Liquids, I know you know the routine. I'll talk to you everybody tomorrow.